Kofi Maakye to say. In Pomboko there.
Crystal don't. I don't pay the more fire.
I say
More fire.
Fire, you can't cry. Say you no quality in here.
So no credit there do Jane buy. And you know, I think that a good say ye decent come away. If we say as you hold the abino accountable, as you hold do judicial accountable, as you hold do parliament accountable, individual politicians, CEOs, ministers, see hold you be accountable. Sadly, I think say yeah pass or share and feed so and radio and TV so we are always asking questions. But very often no. There is a sector now areas be or I say ibu and niguso, but sometimes we blame we and politicians. Assembly bar. The best assembly pumesi breno. Near the for you who are not the real issue, no the core no near jato. So when you look at the civil and the public service now, there are a lot of and maybe I say it to me a come na yeshe. Me my civil servant that. So what I say. So we busa questions about the civil service. I think it is the right thing to do. On say, yeah, you're a diplomat, you're a diplomat, you're a civil servant.
Yeah.
And you know, minim near costo in the system. And I think say, emre asun say media for the many betre the civil service and the public service and ask questions. So we share then someone who can say. BB a CD near Timia done in $1.
Yes. What was your contract now? A CD contract.
Yeah.
I say you're throwing in Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Now we're changing the CD sign, no more the dollar sign. And he said, we are managing director, we are CEO. One can kind document from A to Z. Now we are wide say what the baby are signing. You are signing your own debt warrant.
Yeah, because someone here you may look at the quantitative values, no. And he said quantitative 2 + 2 4 I know the but one question uncle who said denomination I the year Jumani. Now one who now fe work 2 + 2 4 what sign a buy near mammy either so you're complicit and now you're incompetent. A movie and one so a papa. And he yes sir ye busa questions. We must hold all of us accountable. And Timo being Kasebia Obefa whole time.
Now, Kofi, this weekend, yeah, Juma will CJ.
Okay.
Yes, because last year an assembly started here. This weekend, from Friday, the three of us, we took the trouble upon ourselves.
Okay.
The dim command question reading document. We have it. But you see, you're too me for Mamin Canessa.
You're too for saying.
A dean of Mamma Memo.
Oh, that we said Dean.
You see, the point is that my philosophy is that you name a shit. Yeah, Yen Central phone. We are partly to be blamed.
Okay.
At the end, you're red. Na ye mana be blue. No. Ubo ni panidia or cocoa tawon cocoa. You have your evidence and everything in place. But na kwa yes what attacking the personality. And I have been advised into the actually of but the also no better challenge one family. We will come out.
Bibia wo ye bia no e legal implications.
We know.
Kessben as an entity, you as an individual, these are all the legal implications. Ena sebi nipa no nso a wo kan ho asem no nso no ono nso wo sebi an image to protect. So
imagine what image you have
me patcho me ba
at the time I will change CD to dollar.
Me patcho me ba enti de me kan be si ni say se wo bebo nipa ni din a then you have to be certain say unso no wa cross check every fact. But what I say, media say wo evidence a wo betimi agina so na say court wo betimi defend who dey. I don't think say in that in there wo betimi akasa wo money pa ni dey. At that point you have to. But say we need information na NCC so nwie ye na we need all the facts in there. Then you may want to be careful. That's the only otherwise I don't see why any kwan say obo obidin. Say na ye nyina ye other politician mo yedin de bia. Mo yedin. And you know, say, I think, say, Mama Monin, and I dear Bakwa, Mr. Speaker, Mama Monin Cosonon so ye, me cost Toby. Let the Nicachers honorable. Me ye provision store. Prices now a increase, you know, it doesn't make sense to me. ɔse munkomu na monhwehwem say what is accounting for the percentage of change in price. Ɔse enema no bi wɔ hɔ a yenso yegidi say nipa bi fa bronya ho are biscuit. Enti munkom na monhwɛ say yesi ato petrol mu na yesi CD depreciation what percentage na yesi I account for. Eno yes Monday Saturday lady bi nso ba one of my sister stations okasafa items ho cement and iron rods o raise doubt so ono oton building materials but o share increment no percentage of increment now doesn't make sense but ono kofa say the producers and other obi ade okofa ba na de o produce no and the ono so akofa beton no it seems say a nipa bi far increment in prices home increment in petroleum ne ade ho no ye niema bia entwa kwa nti mo fa money so nhwe ho as media na ye hwe say no kra bi was asem ni mu a bia nipa bi take advantage of niema ekoso na
Yemra Ghana
yeah yes
a lot of issues to be discussed this morning
but before I be ko no unse president Kofi Tonto on ministers no me hu se na mo di ho komo kakra Ghana fonya abotaye mu se nhihye bi ba land borders na yatum no nche nyame ya adoma omampanyi ebebie ama omo di dwuma with our neighboring countries no omotimi edi dwuma omampanyi nso de nhihye ba se ne be ya CD na depreciate no ibetimi a stabilize no petrol nhihye nso ba ama abeboa ama petrol nsem no nso ebo na epagya no mu no etimi abafom Ghana fonso akasa se omampanyin hwe budget no na onye nhihye kakra wo ho nti ubehwa initially no abana ye 20% cut of the budget but omampanyin mu ko peduase no masa de nhihye aba se they are going to cut down further yenyahu percentage of further cut no but nhihye ba aban so be cut some expenditure na aboa ma ye nyina ye ho ahenhan nti koma me di free aban mu so ba ne se omampanyin ati Ghana fosun omampanyin ye nhihye a ebeboa ama ye nyina ye so ye ho ahenhan nti Mr Speaker ya kan nyina awie ne dia I think say ye betimi akọ petrol nsensem no mu
Kofi akadi nyina area what time na aka no south
oh sir na say mo catch them say me be 1 hour when a time you say
the point is that my ending come on I have read through PIAC report for 2020 and Makenkai the semi 2021 report as well trying to get a better understanding of petroleum revenue. The idea so far allocations are about a buying hall. The big question Tiano per year didn't sound and it's yes petroleum prices, ecostro. Petrol bono ecostro, fuel no, you will be Ghana crude, at the end here a buying intimate and supporting. Again, we are told by the minority a buying any windfall. Per the target, I know no expertise will bet me enya, but when for the differences, I buy the expectation in the sense of betting me a saw a year petroleum products and the prices and the know what media question. But yes, still, we are not seeing that. Ma yemra the accountability of a year yem crude are yet to know. According to PIAC, let me put this into perspective. Ghana, yes, 32 crude oil from 2011. Ya crew 6.5 billion US dollars. Na sa sikana yenyani nyina no ya was specific account as skani nyina no ekom. Ya wo the friend annual budget fund account amount eno no ye certain percentage a ye ditum na aban amani focus baby or person what this sikani nyina no e de koye adwuma wo ho uwia ye wo the heritage fund emu kakra nso ekoho ye wo the stability fund and also ebi ekoho but in totality Ghanaians will say the value we are not getting the right benefit. PIAC I agree to the fact because yen said that legacy project bi a yebetimi di ensesi so akase aban petrol sika we no DSC no Ghanaians are failing to appreciate the oil sika no etimi eye wona wo wa ban mu mami entio na yenti ase the economics of our oil industry ene enema yenya edi free ho.
Mr. Speaker, me that's Edi kan ye musa ye ho se ye two oil na nkasa no sa 6.5 billion na wo kan no sika no na ye sen na ye nya mu 6.5 billion. I think say is the first question na esi busa. So we hwe PIAC report a omode ba ya sika ye nya free oil mu nyina e 31.2 billion dollars. Sika aba oil la
that
started
is the value so far.
Sa sika no mu na Ghana aban de ba ye ho no eye 6.5 billion and I say ohamu abupen adunu 20% of that value no ene ba ye ho na ohwe sa 6.5 na obi bebusa say what constitutes that 6.5 na keka bomu ma ye nya Ghana nya 6.5 billion no you will be a friend carried and participating interest on say oil na ye to na ban so interest a GMPC and the Ghana group na ehwe so enti ehɔ no ye nya 3.8 billion dollars sika ye nya free hono enam say oil ne nso ye Ghana agudie enti no ana Ghana ejapade enti no ye nya bibia ye friend royalties eno nso ye nya 1.64 billion ansana enam say edwumaku omo ba Ghana betu oil no ye charge omo bibia ye friend corporate taxes no eno nso abanya 1.08 billion. Enti saa sika no nyina na wo kan bomu a eye corporate tax, royalties and carried interest KPI no eno na wo kan bomu a ye nya 6.5 billion.
Sisu bi mari
So we share carried and participating interest na abanya 3.8 billion dollars, constituting 58% of the total revenue abanya ye.
okay.
Royalties abanya 1.6 billion, constituting 25%, and a corporate taxes abanya 1.08 billion, ni nyina ye dollars, and a constituting 17%. And on a man yenya 6.5. The aka, which is 31 billion or 24 billion na Canadian, a core companies in the ho am Ghana a buy ho. And only a dear as ye na ye munti asiye edikan. Now, say ufa sa 6.5 na ye will be a friend no Petroleum Revenue Management Act. Eno na ebua ma eche kwan a Ghana aban faso a saa sika ye nya free oil mu no aban no enye den enyusu sika no. Enti edikan aban ni ne pe so obeyusu Ghana sika anyhow, especially when it comes to petroleum emrada ho de enti asa amra ne beda ho ne ye bibia ye friend a Dutch disease. Usually no se wo hwe ye nuanom Nigeria ne other countries a omunya japade bi ti se oil na emfasodi a esanke free mu ba no na abeye ohaw mum amomo enam ekwan omo faso edisika no eye adwuma ti Ghana aban ka se ye de da bi ye de nhihye be ba se ne be ya sa ohaw no ebi nye de emma eti Petroleum Revenue Management Act ne nhihye ya ode aba ne se 1 40% of the total revenue a ibenya no ena enko ABFA no.
Yes.
It is a 40% of 6.5 billion now. 40% no a 2.6 billion dollars. Obi babusa say ABFA no den annual budget fund amount and account. The air can say Ghana aban no afibia o sika o twa to hodebo o man no ho bra a ye friend budget. The assembly can say sika 6 billion no yenyi mu 40% na yemfa nko boa Ghana budget no na yemfa mo oman no ho bra. It is the first thing na yehu ni say 2.6 billion about within the last 10 years. Me patchom so atia.
Yes, me too, pa.
It is a 2.6 billion about within the last 10 years. The first question you bebusa yehu ni say 2. 2.6 billion for 1 year at a time na saying average no sika ebabe boa budget
every year
no since 2011 you started to oil no $262 million. It doesn't even constitute 1% of our budget. Would you pegging no cry at 1% in Rumpo, but for conversational purpose? Sika ye free oil mu afibiano just about 1% or less than 1% of our budget, which is 262 million averagely. And I'm using averagely because afibiano is but when you strike average, now 30% of the money, no 6.5 billion, no echo baby a friend GMPC. Say you know GMPC.
Yes.
GMPC no na medical culture say participating interest no or no so. And see abide the 30% mano 30% no so no and no be no so the 2 oil no. Say they participate in the oil drilling.
Yeah.
And 30% 1.9 billion yen na mo de bo GMPC ho ba ebra e bi so ko the inum it will share figures now about over 1 billion and no de ko and about $950 million no mo de bo mo ho bra within the last 10 years. Now number 3 sika no aban se ebi nko bibi e friend Ghana Stabilization Fund. And then nipa bebre confuse sa stabilization fund we petroleum stability yina yeje no levy na yeje no and no ye different and ye the same. Enti nipa bebre ka say adan na ye
price stabilization
and ye the same because ya nan kofo bebre try to compare we no emra no what ye betimi di aye ye other contingencies be to say covid buy no aban ko yi sika wa ha e de boy. Let's not confuse Sadian. Ahano so no $1.3 billion and a core the Ghana Stabilization Fund 1.3 billion averaging about $137 million a year, and then the remainder, which is $589 million, a core Heritage Fund. Enti sauki kani na bomwa Ghana aban sika yenyano afibia free petrol mono just about $655 million averagely afibia. Now minia, to put it in proper context, Emma Ghana for NTACN. You started to oil every 2011 airban. 2011 aban sika onya free mu was $444 million 2011. 2012 aban nya $541 million. 2013 aban nya $848 million. 2014 aban nya $978 million. 2015 aban nya $396 million. 2016 abanya $247 million. So what can be about say about 5 years sika aban enya free mono. So okay kan nyina boma ebesi $3.4 billion. And a $3.4 billion no. Na so what free 6.5 no mu within 2011 to 2016 under the NDC government omunya 3.4 billion out of the 6.5. So I have an issue, they got more than this government. But my council aka say enye sika omunya ye ni nyina ne call sebe President Mahama ho emrane kire ba bia sika ni nyina anya den enko enti de ye betimi dia ye nkunta atimi a kire Ghana for the abandoned sika na ye no ye de ye frɛ no ABF no enti yen share out of that 3 billion no emu sen ne call ABF Ghana bind bo Ghana oman no ho bra afibia so wo hwɛ calculation na from 2011 to 2016 Ghana banya $1.5 billion and Ghana banya $1.5 billion. Now, enough sika no medical ka say yedi bi to stabilization fund a abantimi famra kwan so koyi bi free mo no. Under the NDC government no, almost a core stabilization fund no koyi sika no bi free hon so ebeka. Sika omukoyi free stabilization fund no beka 1.5 billion na no manya no ho no. Eye $430 million. And under President Mills of blessed memory, any President Mahama no, sika omunya ye nyina no mubetimi ede ye adwuma mmra kwan so no was about $1.9 billion, almost $2 billion. And omunya. See, I the same analysis. President Akufo-Addo bae no. Sika ba from oil munyina no. So you fat 2017 $540 million, 2018 $977 million, 2019 $937 million, 2020 $638 million. Na ukabom na ubenya 3.9 ubenya $3 billion. Say ye beyi ABF en nko sika aban ni nyaye eye 1.1 billion. But President Akufo-Addo nso akọ Ghana Stabilization Fund num akoyi sika ni bi ebine about 240 million akoyi ye for COVID fund. O kan nyina abomu a na aba beye $1.8 million. Nti opanyi Ghana sika yenye nyina no sika aban under President Mahama onu nyinya ya ode bo bra oman no ho bra no eye 1.9 billion. And a President Akufo-Addo as of the end of this report no, now President Akufo-Addo enya 1.8 billion. A difference of about say $200 million. Now obi babusa said dena sika no aban ne de ayeden aye emrano mu ehye se sa sika we ya ye no Ghana aban enko Ghana fo ho nkobusa omo se sika we ya ye no de na ye mfa nya ebenya mfaso de ayeden amamo Ghana fo kan ne ma be 9 a omo free se si ye gise sika na ye mfa nye edikan omo se agriculture etosu mienu omo se education etosu miensa omo se roads ena etosu 9 agriculture roads infrastructure enema omo kan no enti yenhwe de aban no bae no odisika no ai se uhwe sika yenya ni nyina na dodo a ekọ the sika no ye no dodo na ko bibia e friend roads and infrastructure about 1.2 billion and akwa roads and infrastructure see ye akwan ni ade ba bibi ba kwa a strike nipa bebre and say unsa medical aka achro the aban no ye kan say onfa sika no nye but unfortunately under President Mahama no omo di sika no ye bibia na eni enhihye ni mu one omo de $131 million eye bibia e friend capacity building and omo de $312 million eye bibia ye friend no loan amortization bosia ho bra omo de boy enti se wo kan bomu a about $450 million was used on capacity building and loan amortization. The akano aban we ohwe piak report na kire baby aban we disika no koye agriculture modernization, physical infrastructure for free SHS, physical health infrastructure and industrialization. These are the 4 areas aban de koye. 4 areas are
yes, but Kofi, the same PIAC report, actually say every government has the right to 12 major components of a key focus area, out of which are a move 4 are a priority project at the amount buying. Even the PIAC report also goes further to state, say, the anticipation of government, say, funding free SHS with some petroleum revenues are a free or air banner. Bebrenano according to consumables.
Okay.
It's your school fees. Yeah, school fee near the you be feeding Kwalani even as compared to the real physical project. What more expected in Kessben Maakye.
The but once I can catch you say Ghana for aka ade a mo hia.
Yes.
Until that's the first question. Until even though aban no areas are obetimi akono, you must gauge the interest of Ghana for, because Ghana for question on Mubusa Abine said, then I would yensi kanaye. So we share PIAC report now. You realize say Sikani now ultimately came into about 8 areas. And it tells you say Abine also no attempted say obe heti yet Ghana for akuma swade as much as possible. What I say? And you know, roads, physical infrastructure, agriculture modernization, Ghana infrastructure investment, industrialization. These are the things that Ghana for Mukanye. Okay. Enti say 12 say 12 no. The yesi ye di adwen koso say then here Ghana for then ye disikane. 2. Free SHS. Say you can't free SHS aban etiase about the infrastructure bit. And aban e get fund. Taking care of the infrastructure, aban is can be had be infrastructure as indicated in the PIAC report. And then aban should this can be other activities related to education. So the Ghana for I can say omo pese sikano equal education and humasuamu. Mini humasuan yes say wo take classroom kwana meboa. Say be akra no school so didi. There are other things that are important to education as much as physical infrastructure and anything else. And say a consumable, not a consumable near towards education. It satisfies Ghana for a here dear or moka see emphasis can in and you know, and I don't see any difference and I say any Ibia was no. Yeah.
Okay, but I say this is Kessben 15 minutes after 9. Many ora Kofi Tonto and Edin Combo. Wo petrol no any crude na you two or my Ghana muno and pay yema the breakdown of a year Sikano per the PIAC report book no and also pa the Sikani nyina no aye. For over 10 years in Ghana says yes, 12 years in from 2011 to the year 2022. 2020 and yenya 10 years until the reporter are crowning nano and pay year breaking it down. But most questions I will be saying they say I didn't tell you too fool, no fool, no boy a day. Now what you need to know again, and they say fool no. At the time I am best start here to know na a whole near man in negotiations no de my because baby be na no na your capacity na you meet me for that matter negotiation also became also a problem. Now mama Kofi so yes now the component ayenya the value ayenya out of the 31.2 billion which is the total value ayenya to Ghana ye full on the sono. Majority of the people will ask you say Seto ye Juma and na. Majority of the refinery work would have been done by Tor.
Yes.
They say foreign companies need to no more refinery aba. Na ye the finished product. And then I buy a their facade way home.
Eddie Kain, Minister of Energy, Inra Napo, was show commitment say he wants to work with government to revive Tor. That's the first thing. Into efforts are being made. But enipa busa say adeni tuga oil Ghana ha na oil boy din. I think it's a fair question.
Yeah.
Because nipa bebre no omo ni sa dwumadi we no omo ni montia. In fact, some of us we've had to burn the candle to read the documents to understand what is really going on. Because yes you busa say na you to oil. Now oil ne san kwa na ye yusu a say ye tu oil na yesa akoto oil But me nya say wo hwe numbers na e na wonya mu ntiase yi. Ghana ha, in fact, part of the report, meaning say okay can drew ha. It talked about say there is a decline in production of crude in this country. Meaning say okay drew sa section na. One of the reason why they say time I nya oil no. The report side say e kwan a ye fa sumpo the engineering work, not just negotiation. Year 2 oil no. The report side say ye pray hododo. Into the engineering work and see yet to set up the wells near no. There were a lot of issues. It was during production, and who say there are a lot of issues. So, why does that matter? It affected the number of barrels you bet me adding a 2 a day. Piak report ne kase a buying a policy changer within the next 20 years. Petrol no the 2 or minimum a beko from 1 to about 40,000 barrels a day. See ameno kase ye 2 averagely of 174,000 barrels a day. 174,000 barrels a day no. Enye ni nyina na he Ghana dia. Dia 17%. 17% no so we calculation ni nyina eba besi 1.7 billion liters.
Ethiopia.
So 1.7 billion liters no. And na wadi kan no. Ye refine no ha. Ye ko refine wa ma no ne asaye den akotaba. Enti se yemfa ne se 1.7 ne to ne ye adwuma mpo a Ghana ha nyina afibia no de here 4.8 billion liters a year. And Ghana nyina ye here. But the wunya wo yinimu no. Oil no mo awutu wa ha no. Just 1.7 pe. Nti opanyu titi free man na akasen. Me ye calculation no ha. Na aka 2.9 billion liters a year. So ye den okofa ba. That is even assuming po say utimi refine oil ne ye den ewa ha.
But and then the subsidize a little bit.
And I say if we are able to refine it here, we don't have the capacity to. Until refining it here in the immediate term, any option.
Okay, we don't have the capacity at all. No, as you are all this while. More for me, an interim management committee. One more Babenin we are told a new CEO Abba. And what is really the problem with
the new CEO no bad.
That is what we are told. Government
new CEO now, about just about 2 months or so ago.
Yeah. So what is being done?
And a medical
interim management committee no juma assessment of the place. I presume say report whoever that sits in that chair no a fair idea. One more constitutive board. And what is the blueprint? No start here juma.
Blueprint for tour. Say Mimi Kofi Tonto betna ebe preempted the minister beka. I won't be fair to even Tor and the ministry. Minister na mana ye clear say our agenda to revive and revamp Tor. There's a new CEO. Afi no maba enti yema omo no kwan no momfa enhyehyɛ omo ye ne meto Ghana for anim. I cannot sit here and preempt obi asabe yama na kwanya so onye adwuma na me meka de obey. Eno de woni me ya adwen say it won't be fair. But the minister na kan say ye nhyehyɛ no ntina say sa committee na omo de ba okay some of the findings about bonting. Just about 6 months ago, okay. A lot of issues are querying penyinfo. So it tells you say efforts are being made, things are being done differently to revive and revamp Tor. Ebebaso. But the point, say Ghana for person muhu ni say sika sign the free oil mu ba adenti na ye tu oil ni bi na still no oil no boy den ekosro. Eno na ye pese e ma Ghana 40 ase say de ye tunimpo na di kan enso ansani akofa bia free amonone aso ayeden aba beka ho. Now obi bebusa say minia Duncan Amoa says it all the time say, and he's right, say you peggy petroleum price no at a certain value in the budget. It is a petroleum prices na ekosra
why exceed your
expectation it wunya bibi. So where is the then this sika na ye that this sika no a discretion of the omanpanyin and penyin for but when medika me ba ha medikan ka say omanpanyin ayen and the petroleum space and they will tell you because I've taken time to visit and penyinphobia buso say why are we not using this money to cushion and they have explained and there are documents I mean no ka say akọ Ministry of Energy na akọ NPA buying the numbers because you have to also work the numbers. Medical culture, sikabibu awunya.
Yes, but my establishing it clearly. Kofi said, even with the petroleum revenue, per the PX report, any day yet me are generating over the last 10 years, Yemfabi and subsidize it. Subsidize it. Fuel prices.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's come to the.
In fact, there are even experts on Penyufono Mutro PIAC report. One of them has stated, say, even subsidizing petroleum with Sasikano is not what they will recommend. It's not what they will recommend. Say, yeah, can say,
reasons,
may you report and Nama can come at you. Watch them say, in their estimation, it's not the right usage of the money. Because you see, subsidization in Nigeria and then Nigeria crying oil on tono. So we said Nigeria cry oil to or 2 oil cry about 2 million barrels a day. Subsidization has a lot of issues. On my way, subsidization that in so many different areas. Na yen nyina yehu de buy. Enti enye bibia that simple sir. I don't know me per se etiefo but
any simple no it comes back to the government because no matter the way I will be honi bia no full on the board no aside say a buy and subsidize it with our proceeds a free oil sikanimu air no a buy no so the 7 major tax components and are 2 full one so the ones are you taught at the pump and for instance your energy fund levy that so the sanitation and pollution levy that so price stabilization and recovery levy that so energy sector levy that so special petroleum tax that so road fund levy that so energy debt recovery levy that so making up to 2 Ghana cedis per liter of fuel
12 taxes and levies and yes 7 po.
No, I'm just saying the aircraft buy no. When you the aircraft
okay.
Yes, the other margins near call OMCs near at the end of the year.
What you know from
but this is the main taxes are aircraft buying.
Okay.
And per every liter of fuel biano, I buy enya 2 Ghana cedis on it. Ghana for catch you say, at 7 when aircraft buy one. I buy you be free so and say why is the government failing to do
you see, you want to be very careful because the value no any percentage. Remember that a nominal figure 10 pesos, say pesos, and they constitute a total amount.
Yes.
So I buy no baby a petrol drew about 9 and then no pay me drew 9.7 or something like that. So what 2 ni kura free man na kase. See a kasa buy kase or 2 ni nyina free 2 cedis ni nyina free na kase. Remember, so I buy 2 cedis ni nyina free mu and nso nkyere say petrol ni begina 9.7. Say idea a percentage and affect increment cost that's a different thing. This is a stagnant figure. It is about you 2 cedis in free sumpa. Who is to say Andrew next 2 weeks next uncle drew 9 cedis. So you are 2 in a 7. Who is to say Andrew next week and you need to find a better solution. As
which is
until medical culture say may I buy casama for. They are buying cash mano na meka. Abaya ko peduase akoye nhyehyeye se empanyimfo bi mfa nhyehyeye mra bonten fa mekire Ghana for. Meme note here, I can never preempt the Ministry of Energy and the Ministry of Finance. Abayin atnasia yesa permutations ayedi hu nkomo nyina. And within the next few days, abayin the beba by close of day, for example, Bank of Ghana will make a policy statement on some issues. Whether on interest rate or not, men person may preempt it. They will come out and say it. And abaya share numbers here, okay, to see say, yeah. In fact, there was even recommendations say near 10 yamami and say being free so.
Okay.
San yamami and sano levies me and say you can boom about 70 pesos. Na enko baby. Obekaya December, sa stabilization levy okay.
Yes.
MPA if you I think October or so. No,
about
2 months. I know, but now about 14 pesos. And it's a share increment now. What is 14 pesos? It didn't make sense. And yes, I buy a holistic approach. So what is why be a percentage driver? Say a cost run not percentage in so yet chiba from kakra. Then just say you need 2 CDs in free so. Now said the cost who a drama so next now said next month I could do 12 CDs. What difference will it make? Yen shen shishaya bema Ghana for and for a long period of time, not just any chance. We share the rate of increment now. Sankaya dia rate of increment in the crown. A buy bia baku busumi mi and sambi busumi 9 bia. And I beka say you buying till 1 CD be free so nemwa. But when almost every day, the other day me Kofi me to petrol. Me pay ba de cha me ba bonten na say petrol na pija. So it shows that the air cost na enya normal. The global world is facing serious challenges. America na me person may too much comparisons. But me America na me top petrol about $1.25 pesos, which is the regular higher friend is super no. Enra me ne me break kasa. Petrol is almost $4.25 pesos. In some areas, so called California, petrol is almost $7. And I want to na urban a global. This is the friend from London. Or say, omo electricity ne omo water bill ne ade nyina ya communicate to them. I think so, or Tottenham or one of those areas. You are communicating to them, say, and in the next few days, there's going to be increment in the prices. And Ghana buying EG2 said there is a global challenge at Ghana count. Ghana buying soon kase because a global challenge in Nintino. Yen taking measures. And Nuntina buying a year pediasin and penny for Akwishia say these are the measures I ye taking. Say one, at the end of Bayama Sidi na air from no etimia pejanimu. At the end of Bayama Petra, ne boya deno, ya bibi a cushion, amagana for so atomo. Then I bear in terms of yan casansu your budget expenditure. Near my ye casa ye two, and near my sika ye chairman cophobia. Then you bet me a year through ama a buying overall expenditure and so above. We are doing all these things to make sure say near my beba for
Kofi, maybe I say now, unfortunately, we would have to wrap it up on a year.